because none of these niggas are really friends like that. So, like, I'm not mad at this. I just never thought it would be exposed. I think this is one of the greatest days on the internet. Everybody knows how publicly ostracized Gunna was during the whole controversy with Young Thug's case back in 2022 and beyond. We know this. I've always had a love for Gunna as a response to the hate that he got from the general public, because I never really felt like he did anything wrong in that situation. I just didn't. Now, you can say what you want. Me personally, Gunna has moved significantly different than 6ix9ine ever did. So somebody saying, or Gunna acknowledging that there was, you know what I'm saying, a group, like there was some type of affiliate. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it wasn't what niggas thought. They tried to make it seem like he was on some 6ix9ine shit, like playing part of the gang, but wasn't really part of the gang. And when shit got tough, he told on niggas. That's not what happened. That's just not what happened. So as far as I'm concerned, me looking at Gunna, I didn't lose no respect. Number one, because I really don't give a fuck, especially if you go back to making music. And number two, he ain't do nothing wrong. So everybody should shut the fuck up as far as I'm concerned. I thought Thug didn't have a problem with it. I was wrong. Because personally, I would have thought that he would look stupid having a problem with Gunna. Based off all the information that was out, I thought that Thug would have looked dumb. So I'm like, there's no way Thug gonna publicly make himself look stupid like this. And like, at any point, reveal that he got a genuine problem with bruh. Little do you know, XXL made the thread? This is the first time I've ever seen a magazine or a publication who has a Twitter account verified make a thread of shit. That's insane. You can't even say cap, because like you could sue these niggas if they say some shit that's wrong. That's crazy, Thug. Verified XXL magazine? Wasn't you on the cover one of these years? Oh my god. Why are you telling me the Tigers lost? I don't give a fuck. I don't know, maybe I'd be in a lot more trouble if I was a rapper, because I wouldn't be explaining myself to nobody. I wouldn't be answering no questions. I wouldn't be telling nobody shit. This not even your situation. What are you talking about? Why am I explaining myself to niggas?
Should Mariah the scientist look at him differently? She too fine to be going through this.
Mariah the scientist is a ride or die. No matter how stupid, ridiculous, or insane that she gonna be made to look, I don't think she ever gonna lead this dude. And I wanna say like W loyalty, but I also wanna say L mental. Cause like what the fuck? I don't get it. She know what she doing? I don't know, it's something that's keeping her around. I saw the nipple pic, a Young Thug that one time, and I got disgusted. As a straight man, I wanted to hurl. I just thought to myself, damn, as a woman, I gotta be intense. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna be honest. Like at this point, I just don't get what's left. I don't understand it. We could go off the laurels in the musical history and the unattainable status that Young Thug has, you know, not only within Atlanta, but just in general, music-wise. He's a legend. But he not making legend status music anymore. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like, all right, he got respect in the streets. He ain't no rat. He ain't this, he ain't that. Not all of these calls, and I'm not gonna lie, like niggas catching you gossiping between my legs, I would just be dry. I'm just gonna be honest. I just wouldn't be able to. I mean, I wouldn't be my man. That's all I'm saying. That's just me personally. I just wouldn't be my man. I'm just saying me personally. It's a lot to leave over is all I'm saying at this point, at this particular juncture. You get what I mean? Nobody else situation I really care about. How did y'all treat Gunna? That's my biggest concern.
Type shit. I ain't finna say nothing about you on the internet. I ain't finna let the world know I ain't fucking with you.
God damn, this audio is insane.
I ain't saying they wrong. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they jumped the gun.
Niggas supposed to have a conversation with you for they anything. That's just how I look.
Niggas said, bro, they all ugly. What are you saying? I just think niggas look goofy, that's all. It's not like no, they just look funny, that's all. It's just like the collage of pictures for the shit that we talking about. Like, why does Durk look like that? Young Thug said he couldn't be on Gunna's side since 21 Baby, Lil Durk, and Future already cut ties.
It's really over with for your rap career. The album you put out might go #1, but that's it after that. You know what I'm saying? It's like on some real shit now.
You got to, you hold his career in your hand, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
I mean, to an extent, but at the same time, like, niggas' morals gonna make them move a certain way. Musically speaking, if Gunna ended up, like, overtaking Young Thug to the extent that, like, he got more mainstream appeal or recognition than he did, which I really don't think is gonna happen. I mean, I don't really fully know, because, like, Young Thug's metrics, if he dropped right now, I feel like they would be just all over the place. Like, he doesn't have any traditional rollouts. He don't really have much in the way of marketing. I mean, it's literally just him a lot of the time, and the music he put out is the music he put out. Gunna, you know, he's been a little bit more strategic with his rollouts recently. I don't really know of his album sales recently either. I do know A Gift and a Curse did well, and I actually like that album. I actually like that album. I think he dropped 2 more within that time frame, and the one before this one, whatever it was, I think it had a Hakuna Matata on it. That was another one of my favorites from Gunna. You know, these people got to understand, like, Gunna's at a point where he don't need them anymore. Gunna's discography versus Thug's discography, everybody's taking Thug, obviously, but at the end of the day, even if they not fucking with him, like, he proved that he don't need the cosign. He ain't made music with Future, Dirk, Baby, and Forever in 2-3 years, and he's been fine. I get niggas think I'm contrarian and shit like that, but at the end of the day, everything that Thug has given to music historically, influence included, I'm taking his I would take probably anything 2015 pre, you know what I'm saying, from Thug for, like, over anything Gunna's doing, like, right now. That don't discount that Gunna's, you know, making some decent music, or has made some decent music to me within his career, and especially within the last 3 years. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that's happening, but I know he got the ability to, and with the music that he's put out, some of it not having to have features and it still being somewhat interesting is, you know, to me a sign that he could probably carry his own career. And when I'm hearing 21 saying, like, oh, you got his career in your hands, as far as connections, sure, but Thug ain't made nothing good. Like, I would have thought Thug would have come out with the hardest shit. Again, I understand that he's certain shit that he can't rap about, but I would have expected Thug to have come out with the hardest shit known to man post release. I'm not saying that you got to go right to the booth. I mean, I know that's a thing that most people do, but even before you were in, it wasn't nothing crazy from Thug musically speaking. So Much Fun, y'all. Okay, I'll give the credit to So Much Fun, but So Much Fun dropped in what, 2019? That was years ago, bro. We ain't got a great Thug album in over 5 years. You talking about whose career you got in your hand? I get it, but at the same time, it's like, bro, what? I will listen to a full Gunna project with no Thug feature, no Thug cosign, no YSL, nothing, no Baby. I'll listen to that. Gunna been better than Baby. Gunna been better than Dirk. Every nigga that cut Gunna off, he's been better than musically since they cut him off. What do you want me to say? The only 2 people that Gunna probably isn't able to work with now that he might be able to make good music with is Future and 21. The rest of y'all niggas is washed. But I also feel like this comes from people not reading. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what it is that you're saying, Gunna didn't do shit wrong. He's acting like the case was a case because Gunna said yes ma'am when his statement was never even used. But I do understand, this is the one thing I will give Thug credit for, and anybody that does have a problem with what Gunna did, it's like, what you was gonna do if they did use it? That's where I'm like, all right, I understand. Because he don't got no control over that. Now, I think this was done under the promise that it wouldn't be used. But in my mind, I don't think a lot of people are considering that, at least on Thug's end. But he probably on some, like, Wire shit where Omar in the back and he got the gun to Savino talking about, okay, you ain't killed Butchie, but what you was gonna do if you was there? He ain't have a response. He couldn't answer. I did see Thug's paperwork. And at the end of the day, him and Gunna in the same boat. People's definition of ratting is just so skewed. Because they picture it in their mind as 2 people doing crime together and you selling out your homie. That's what they think it is. But they don't realize, like, as far as the protocol, even if you using it to your advantage or to put somebody else, even if you're using it against the enemy, whatever the case is, like, anytime you involving or cooperating with police, that is what that means. Anytime you are cooperating with law enforcement, that is what ratting, and you are a criminal, that is what that means. So I don't get how they any different. And to me, Thug gave a lot more info than Gunna acknowledging that, yes, this is what you say it is, and walking away. That's the only quote. I don't even have like a paragraph of words from Gunna. I don't.
I really be like that. Like, I wish you don't never get no pussy no more. You know?
Yo, that's crazy. I've never wished that on somebody. I hope you never get no pussy. What? I've never wished that on a nigga in my life. I've come close to hating a couple people, but I've never wished no pussy on somebody before. I'm so sick of niggas acting, bro. Like, I really am. You did what you did, bro. You in the position that you in because you and a couple people don't know how to do shit the right way, the quote-unquote right way. And you in your position. Gunna, who has basically no connection to this, outside of the fact that the nigga is just affiliated with y'all, like, as a name, he shouldn't be in there. Whether Gunna said something or not, it don't matter. He's not involved. I wish you get no pussy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, thug? That's crazy. I gotta start saying that, though, but that's like blasphemy, damn near. That's like wishing cancer on a nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back with you in a minute. Yeah. I'll just, yeah, man, this shit, man. Damn, man.
That's like no, serious. That's actually insane when I think about it. Can you imagine God handing out punishment to niggas and stamping somebody no pussy getter? That's what you gotta live the rest of your life no ass? Like, really? That's so insane to me. What? I'm not saying thug God or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, that's insane. That's a crazy punishment.
I'm a man, though. I ain't doing no sucker shit. Whatever, him. I'm gonna go there with him. One thing about it, I'm not going out like no sucker, so I'm a grown man. I ain't doing.
Okay, well, nigga, you got 15 years probation. What the fuck are you talking about? I hate dumb niggas, bro. What are you saying? Can you even go back to your home? What? 15 years probation, a nigga talking about I'm not going out like no sucker? Are you crazy? You're dead ass? Talking about Gunna like he's somehow beneath you in any context when this nigga can go wherever he wants freely, all because he said yes ma'am? You dumb as fuck. What are you talking about? I'm not going out like no hoe. You are a slave to the U.S. government right now. They can tell you to come in for a piss sample whenever the fuck they feel like it, and you gotta go. What are you talking about? This is your reality. You gotta call a nigga before you go out the country if you can go. What are you talking about? I'm not going out like no hoe. What? I don't know, bro. I hope Gunna make his next album in fucking Greece. And call you for a feature. Hey, thug. Oh, my bad. Like, what are you talking about?
But damn, I wish I would do that. Ooh.
All right, bro. Enjoy your 15. Like, what? Y'all don't understand either.
It's going down in here with the money team.
Most niggas would rather get, I don't know, 2 years prison time. 2 years prison time would have been better than 15 years probation. It's some niggas that would have took 5 years prison time over 15 probation. I completely understand it, but the logical part of my brain, where a nigga didn't contribute to the crime in any way, and he just mentioned a fact that they already knew prior to, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta explain that one. I don't even know how 21 is on the phone not explaining that to niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? But I see from this perspective, from this angle, yeah, nah. Well, he wasn't looking at 5 years, was he? Nah, he wasn't. But at the end of the day, to say that you not going out like no hoe, that's just not the case.
wonder what
Niggas saying it's the principle. Oh, 100%. That's why I don't feel bad if niggas feel away. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. That's what's crazy is what I'm basically saying. Like, if you want to look at that and be like, yeah, nah, that's crazy, you can look at that and be like, nah, that's crazy. But to act like you wouldn't still be behind bars right now if he hadn't said that is dumb. All that would happen right now is Gunna would have been in jail longer than he needed to be had he not, gave his statement that, again, was never used. I could agree that if he stayed silent, Gunna still would have got released.
You can't take what gun ain't putting you in no situation you can't take. Man,
Wait. Did he say God? So God gonna put me in prison for what? I ain't do shit.
Then bro, we got 9.
This is the dumbest test in the world, God. I don't need to learn nothing. I'm good. I literally didn't do shit. They be saying God talk, but the devil be louder. Whole time, he shares similarities with Gunna. Whole time. Whenever you get a nigga posting his paperwork or his files on Twitter to disprove snitch allegations, it's already too late. They got you, big bro.
It's going down in
It's
y'all
over
the
with.
money
You
team.
can't get out of that like that. What you're showing legal documents to the World Wide Web?
The people who always get behind your label because of Lamb. They not behind your label because no motherfucking Migos. Them niggas in the red. Them niggas make
Oh, that's bad. That's bad right there. That's bad. No, it's bad. It's bad no matter what. I do think it's a fact, but I also think he might have just been talking factually. But that's still fucked up though. He is right though. Like nobody is probably obviously.
Man, bro, I'm trying to drop an album the same day gonna drop, bro. You need to, y'all sent you a song, put a verse on.
Business is Business has some cool songs on it. What was that one? Jonesboro? Mad
What
Dog?
song is it?
Oh, you win?
Hold on, I'm about
What you saying is that Forbes in the bag? That's Jermaine Dupri. Is it not? I don't think that he would hate him. I don't think he hate him to the point where he wants something to happen to him. I mean, I know that's what hate generally means, but I think he got a little love in his heart. I think he just hurt. You know, obviously. And like reasonably, if you thought somebody betrayed you in that way, like you would be hurt. But this is manifesting in a way where it's like I could easily get you knocked off if I chose to. But I don't want to see you dead because I got love for you still. But I want to see you pay. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you because there's no reason for him to try to smother his album release if he thought that it wouldn't do well. 100%. Regardless of whatever he about to say in this clip, clearly he was singing a different tune if he thought that he needed to smother Gunna's success by dropping a project of his own.
Now, I paid you to have a number one album. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, earn a number one album.
Whoa, hold on.
Here's that right now. I paid you to have a number one album. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, earn a number one album over the weekend, my boy. I paid for that shit.
No, not like this. Not like in a million years. Only reason I believe this is because there's no way in fuck after the success of After Hours, The Weeknd is about to drop another album like Dawn FM off the success of some of the singles that I think it had. I don't even remember what singles Dawn FM had. Internationally speaking, globally, or even just within the US, I thought there's no fucking way in fuck that Gunna in any capacity is on par with The Weeknd. Well, I remember how insane that moment was and how much people talked about Gunna outselling and outdoing The Weeknd first week. I remember that. Is Pussy Power the one I'm thinking about? That is a great song. It does have a Drake stimulus at the time where Drake was still, you know what I'm saying, what people wanted to hear actively, even if you know, they weren't fans of him. They were still casually listening like that. You feel what I'm saying? Pushin' P, I know that did amazing. What I don't like giving credit to is just this, I can just get a guy to go bot the streams. I don't like giving credit to that narrative either because I just feel like that's so unnecessarily out of house. I feel like anybody can make that happen if that's the... I just feel like a label who's marketing an artist would get more benefit out of a number one album first week, as they're going to be representing their artist more than somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is the face of whatever it is. Like, it just seems like Young Thug doesn't have anything behind him. I don't personally feel like it benefits him to manufacture streams in that way because he doesn't market his artists like that. You're not going to see a Young Thug artist at the Grammys or a Young Thug artist, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that they don't deserve to be there, but they're not marketed in a way that numbers like make or break them. I feel like that doesn't mean that people won't interact with music because there isn't a number one tag on it. Like in the same way that people look at Rotten Tomatoes scores for a movie, even if the movie ends up being trash, they'll go see it because Rotten Tomatoes rated this 100 out of 100. It came from 5 or 6 reviewers that said this and that. I'm not saying it doesn't influence the way people perceive success and the way people perceive the goodness of a thing or not, but you have enough people genuinely interacting with Gunna's music, especially at the time of DS4's release, that he would never need to have that type of boost. I'm not saying the same people that listen to The Weeknd don't also listen to Gunna at some point, but like I feel like that wouldn't matter. Like Pussy Power is a good song no matter how you feel about Gunna. In the same way that, you know what I'm saying, Pushin' P is not a bad song and it was a moment. It had enough virality that it didn't need fake streams or anything to, you know what I'm saying, to boost the appeal of it. I do think that he might be lying, but that doesn't mean that I don't think bots are used in music. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that it's not bots that go around and labels and shit like that, and people just like Thug don't use it to influence the way people perceive their artists and to make them more successful and to potentially put their names in certain rooms where they otherwise wouldn't be if they didn't have those numbers attached to them. I'm not saying that don't happen, but given how much animosity Thug has towards Gunna, I wouldn't be surprised if whoever he's talking to right now, he just made this up just to say it. People say things that, you know, aren't true when they're hurt. And I genuinely think Thug is hurt. You know what bots can't influence? Tour sales. That's how you really tell if somebody really moving, is how well they do on tour. I think most of us that are competent, you know, stop paying attention to whether or not shit was botted or not, because you, like, nobody cares if you like the music is good. When you go on tour and you see these people perform live and you see the numbers off their tour dates and who bought tickets and how many seats they fill up, like, that's what tells you, that's the true indicator as to the success meter. How you feel about Not Like Us, for example, whether or not you think the streams are botted or whatever the case is, doesn't impact the way people went and showed love on that tour. Doesn't impact the way people showed love wherever Drake may or may not go. You know what I'm saying? That's where people show out. So I don't think none of this other shit really matter. And especially since we've already known, like, this isn't how majority of these niggas make their money anyway. They make it from touring. You saying that you paid for the #1 record, like, I don't really think that means anything. If you did, I don't think that matters at all. I don't give a fuck about what nobody talking about. You just not disrespecting Gucci, man. I'm just sorry. Thug can kick rocks. I don't give a fuck. That's crazy. It's like when niggas get their priorities straight and they start living peaceful on a straight and narrow and they don't give a fuck about the shit that they know don't really matter like that. All of a sudden, niggas is soft now.
He don't take no money, do he?
No. He wouldn't do that. So think about it. He does so few, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not just doing verses. Like,
Right. But that's
the only other person that gets a Kendrick versus King is Baby King, and that's with, like, his cousin or his nephew or something.
right. He getting all the damn verses to this nigga, man. What the hell you doing, crazy? All that fake, I ain't getting no rapper songs. Shit, I don't be liking them type nigga like that.
Why?
You nigga get too big. I don't want to do no feature. Why? Why you don't want to do no feature? Why wouldn't you want to do a feature for a superstar? Like, he ain't like goddamn Street call you for a song. You know? Like,
Yeah.
you really got Lil Durk call you for a song. Lil Baby, Thug, real superstar call you for a song. Why wouldn't you do the song? We lit and we going #1 too. Fuck you thinking? You know, it's just like, I don't be understanding that type of shit. Supposed to be a nigga who bless a nigga. That's why them niggas will never be bigger than Drake ever in life.
Yeah, I don't know. Niggas is begging.
Wow.
You know, I'm not mad at people thinking that you might not fuck with them if they reach out and you never reply and you say no regularly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not upset with people thinking a certain way about you after that. I'm not. But it's all the assertions after the fact. If this would have stopped here and he'd have been like, oh yeah, you know, I don't know why he be moving like that. Like, why he can't give a feature to one of us, you know what I'm saying, when we ask, you know. But that's his choice, you know. It is what it is. I understand to an extent, like, where he coming from and from the perspective of, like, if you've seen Kendrick Lamar hop on a Taylor Swift record, not to say that he everybody else by default is entitled to one, but how hip-hop purists, I guess, recognize and acknowledge Kendrick Lamar and to pivot so strongly to give, I guess, momentum to a song like that or whatever else, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who else. Am I tripping or did he do one with Maroon 5? From one perspective, this is weird. Like, once it gets to a certain point in this audio, it gets weird. It gets parasocial. It gets all this other shit. Imagine Dragons. It gets to all this other shit. But in the beginning, it's like, that's not the worst thing in the world that somebody could think. For a bunch of rappers to ask you for a verse and you basically giving them the cold shoulder, essentially. But I understand as well, like, if it's you saying Moneybagg Yo, Dirt, Baby, Thug on a song, and you want to put your Kendrick Lamar feature on a record like that, I just don't think that's worth it. You know what Kendrick does to the mic. You know what he does on songs. You want him to be in a room like this where everybody else, I'm not saying he too good for y'all niggas, as a person, but as a rapper, he's too good for y'all niggas. He is. At the time of them asking for this, especially coming off the back of Mr. Morale, yeah, nah, I'm probably not doing it. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you should have caught him at an earlier moment in his career or a later moment in his career. But at that time, especially what he was doing, I don't think that was wise. Also, wasn't he on tour for Mr. Morale at that time in 2023 whenever Thug got locked up? Yeah, like if he was on tour, why would I sit down and write a verse for a record that I'm gonna be on with 5 other niggas or 4 other niggas and they gonna be trash? I get it to an extent. But then we just jump off the rails with it when we get to all this other shit. It just get weird. And this is always how it end up. It starts with somebody admiring you for your work or admiring the type of person that you are or what you market yourself as or the way that you move. And then it turns into jealousy and animosity and all this other shit that it don't need to be. Because niggas let their thoughts run away with them. This could have been a reasonable moment up until the first minute. And I'd have been like, you know what? I get how you feel that way. But beyond that, it's like, damn, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Listen, nigga, that's why them niggas will never be bigger than Drake ever in life.
Damn. Come on, niggas dick eating. You know how crazy that sounds? You'll never be bigger than Drake. What? Oh my god, bro. You're so lame.
You only had a few hundred M, but you ain't put
I
nobody
thought
on.
with the French Montana shit he'd be Team Kendrick, broken heart emoji, will to flower emoji.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't put Keem on. Cause the shit you and him doing, this shit ain't really doing that.
Did he say he didn't put Keem on? Is Keem not on PG Lang? Like right now? Did Keem not get Grammy recognition and Kanye West positions, Don Toliver, all types of different cosigns and shit like that? After he blew up, Keem didn't blow up. Keem had a successful transition, I want to say, but to pretend like he would have been in those conversations without a Kendrick, how he came to that conclusion, how niggas came to that conclusion. All the shit that started to happen as a result of people finding out that Keem was, you know what I'm saying, Kendrick Lamar's cousin. I feel like that plays such a gigantic role. And didn't Kendrick write a lot of Keem's music? I forgot how much of it, but early on or whatever the case. Like, what do they mean he didn't put him on?
You helped though. You ain't really helped nobody. It's the thing. You did all that shit for men. You ain't helped nobody. Nigga. Keem ain't dead. Keem love hell. Man, can't stand no fucking ticket. Watch out. Like, man, watch out. I truly believe you do a song on me, Wham, Dirt, Moneybag.
What the fuck? This nigga said money bag? Yeah. See, now you insulting people, bro. You asking niggas to just do music. And again, ain't nothing wrong with that, but like, if you're gonna get somebody that you never get, why the fuck would you be like, oh yeah, let me put him on a song with 17 other niggas, and one of the niggas that I'm put him on a song with is fucking Moneybag Yo.
And shit like that fucking with you. Them type of people ain't fuck with you. You gonna get like the real streets and the real people fucking with you. You gonna get the East Coast fucking with you. East Coast ain't fucking with you, brother.
It's going down in y'all with the money team.
You really trying to keep all the blessings to yourself. You really trying to keep everything to yourself. You really...
Yes, Thug sound like a hater. And that's a dangerous look. Like, to know that people are talking about you like this, especially over nothing. It's like, it's nothing crazy. Like, not being able to be there for a feature is like, it's not crazy. Especially when you're talking about, you know what I'm saying, somebody who is generally pretty calculated with their features. And I know somebody gonna bring up Taylor Swift immediately. Like, there's records that I think Thug would have been able to make that I feel like Kendrick would have easily hopped on if it wasn't so many people on this.
Bullshit ass King, like, but it's like...
And then you hating on Keem for what?
Oh, he calling us like, hey man, I want y'all young niggas on my album. I'm on some player shit this time.
Keep in mind, if this was released in 23, didn't he have Kodak on Mr. Morale? I know this call is after Morale, but he's saying it like he don't bless people or work with them. At the end of the day,
I ain't really giving no damn.
You don't give a damn, but you went on a 2-minute rant about how he don't bless people and how he is focusing on his artist or his cousin, his family. You don't give a fuck when you talk about how he not as big as Drake and you never will be? What?
You posting no pictures in 6 years shit, man. Watch that. You don't care about all that shit, man. Nobody don't give no fuck about none of that.
Damn.
I guarantee your first post you post, that mother gonna do 1 million or 2 million likes. You can get on the internet 16 years. You not gonna get on
Right.
and get no 100 million likes on your post. You not Kim Kardashian, man. So whatever you put,
Damn, bro. Damn.
whatever you call yourself doing with your internet, and if you just want to prove like, oh, I won't be on the internet, what is that proving? What they do?
Damn.
What you do? Instagram is meant for pictures, man. Post your picture, bro. Or just delete your Instagram.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When you don't say shit to people sometime, they just come up with shit. They just start making shit up. I absolutely hate niggas like Thug. Y'all ever had those people you ain't talked to in a minute? And for whatever random reason, it has to be a reason why y'all not talking. Time just couldn't have passed and y'all not have thought about one another. They just think that because y'all not talking, oh, something bad must have happened. We gotta have like animosity now. We gotta have like static. Nigga, if you want to call or have a conversation, pick up the phone. I'm just not thinking about niggas right now. It's okay. I ain't got negative feelings toward nobody. I don't know how this nigga moves, so I'm just gonna assert my position. You don't post on social media for what? This sound like the bitchest hater shit I ever heard in my life. You ain't gonna be bigger than Kim Kardashian, though. You ain't gonna get 1 million likes, though. You ain't gonna get this. You ain't gonna get that. What? Are you dead ass?
I might be overreacting, but I will never view Thug the same after this.
Only reason I can't look at bro the same is because all that other bullshit about like, oh, niggas gotta be thorough and all this other shit, bro. This is how you talking about niggas that you don't even know. The thing that's fucked up, I generally give a little bit more grace to people that are talking about people they got close connections with and shit like that gets out to the public. Because maybe you fed up or maybe you tired or some shit and you vented to the wrong person. I don't know. But like, you don't even know this nigga asserting what you think he's thinking about to other people around, having them co-sign your weird ass views and then being like, oh yeah, nah, 100%. That might be more nuts to me than the paperwork he got talking about Gunnas. Keep in mind, this nigga said, I don't even got a problem with bro. This what he said, a 5-minute rant. But I ain't got a problem with buddy. What? The king of ATL has and always will be Gucci Mane. And if it ain't Gucci Mane, it's Future. And if it ain't Future, it's Andre 3 Stacks and Big Boy. That's it. I ain't got nobody else in Atlanta as the king of that shit outside of them niggas. You ain't from here, shut the fuck up. That's facts. But you're not gonna tell me what the fuck I can say. So I'm gonna say that those are the niggas that got the claim to the throne. Unless you got somebody else. T.I., I'm not mad at T.I.